gentlemen, returning to the stage for the first time in months, ladies and gentlemen, it's back. A lot of people have been wondering if it's still here, and it is. We have done nothing to it, but now we have 40,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Now we have an obligation to uphold. The Steve's getting boosted.
This is gonna be no.
So we'll talk about this more in a second, but first we gotta talk about Ross's other purchases because his house hasn't been in the videos recently. So let's start over here with this red thing. Hey, what's the retail on one of these?
More than you can afford, pal. Bertoni.
Ooh!
I guess I could roll the windows down. Oh, they are down.
So, this car is on one of my Volvo have-to-own lists. And I told Ross I would give him $200 more than he paid for it. But I filed my taxes today.
Oh.
And put a security deposit on my house. Bringing my grand total for the past 40 days or so that I spent to like $2,200.
Whoa.
So.
Perfect, because that's how much it costs.
That's not good. That's not gonna happen anytime soon anyway. So for those who aren't aware, this is a Volvo 780 Bertoni. Yes, the same Bertoni that designed the Lamborghini Mira and the Lamborghini Countach and the Fiat X19 and all those pretty Italian cars is responsible for this.
Why?
Some may not call it pretty. I think it's pretty badass to have a 700 series Volvo with only 2 doors.
Yeah.
It's really cool. The funny thing about this car is that when it was brand new, this is a 1990, it would cost the equivalent of $69,000 in today's money. $69,000!
For a Volvo.
A Volvo! And most of them came with this terrible V6, but not this one. Pop it, Ross. This one has a Volvo B230 FT. Another spec of this car I want really bad. I actually almost bought this car a few months ago, and it disappeared from Craigslist, and then it came back up. And Ross was like, yeah, I'm gonna go pick that up. Got the Turbo Plus system, so it's already on 14 pounds, or it was until a couple days ago.
So like last night.
It's got the IPD adjustable cam gear, a VX camshaft for some stupid reason, and a 2.5 bar fuel pressure regulator when it should be 3, and some slight detonation. It's not a big deal.
So That's a 940 alternator. Shocker, they're not the same.
Nope,
so
they sure aren't.
I had to do some modifications. What's great about having a really expensive Volvo for the day is it's got automatic everything.
Yeah.
So
even the electronic gas door and trunk latch, which, do those work?
the trunk does, the gas door does not.
But did they think of that?
Yes, they thought about that because they have a history of electrical problems.
Yeah, of course.
So
I know, mine's mega squared because of that.
you get the door latches.
Oh, it's even chrome. Damn. Oh.
Solid two-body.
Damn, and it's just, oh, this is majestic. This is $70,000 worth of Swedish steel, dude. And these wheels, 780 only, the Bertoni meshes as they call them. Unbelievable nuisance of a stereo system.
It was fantastic. I got it working, by the way.
The equalizer on the face of it, and of course heated seats, but even the base models came with that.
Yeah. And it doesn't have those stupid seat belts where you have to pull from the bottom.
Oh yeah, it's
like
normal.
A normal one.
Yeah, weird. Shall we go get the real surprise?
Yeah, the real car.
Yeah.
The one
So styling, dude. 70 grand, no problem.
yeah.
You could add my age, Ross's age, and Brennan's age together, and we would not be older than this car. This is Ross's 1948 Ford Super Deluxe sedan, V8, flathead V8.
Yes, sir.
Let me just say the year one more time. 1948, 70 years old. Just pop the hood, man. From inside the car?
Yep.
What? Dude, this is so crazy. Flathead Ford V8.
All 100 horsepower.
70 years ago.
It's definitely not 100 horsepower now.
I'm going with maybe like 60.
That's on a good day.
Let me show you guys the best part though. You ready? Motherfucking suicide doors, dude! This thing is fantastic!
Only reason why I bought it.
Oh my god, it's so cool. So some of you who watched the Volvo Heaven is a Place on Earth video have seen this car before. Ross went there for a Volvo and bought a 48 Ford.
I did.
Well, and you're still buying a Volvo,
Still
aren't you?
buying a Volvo.
Yeah, but you know. There's so much legroom back here. Rusty ceiling.
Yeah. It sat in the field for a while. But, you know.
Oh my god, dude. It's like a movie theater.
You got your ashtray right here. So you can just
Smoke up. Smoke up, Johnny. And what was that factory option it came with?
a radio.
And?
A V8?
True, but in case that V8 won't start because your battery's dead.
Oh yeah. So you can hand crank this to start it. There's supposed to be a rod, and then if you look right in here, there's a hole, and it goes right to your crank. And then you just, it says in the instruction manual, just one good start.
There's no way in hell. There's no way in hell one's gonna do it. Dude, and the compression ratio is 6:1, which is low, but kind of high to be crank starting it, I would think. It's gonna snap back and break your wrist.
It is all original numbers matching everything. It even has still the 6-volt positive ground battery system, generator. It's so original the headlights don't even work. I mean, they're there, but they don't turn on. So.
And this car for all 70 years of its life has been in Boise, Idaho.
Yeah, it was bought brand new in Boise, Idaho on a farm. It was a farm rig. and then it just stayed in the same family, and then I got my hands on it. So technically I'm the third owner, but second owner.
Second family, if you will.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it's crazy. It's so straight too. There's a big dent right here, but everything else.
Hitting a mailbox. I didn't do that. The previous owner did.
Everything else is in such good shape. Like, I mean, not good shape, but
for its age,
physical shape, yes.
There's no rust underneath. It's got new brakes.
You gotta be kind of aggressive with it.
New gas tank. I just put a new fuel pump on.
Oh, dude, I gotta show him the gas globe.
Yeah. It's probably full of sediment now. But, oh yeah. Whoop. Put a new fuel pump on it.
You can watch that fill up with gas if it sits long enough to be empty.
It does have the optional oil filter.
Oh yeah.
You could get them without the oil filter.
It needs filter oil.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Oh, and it's 3 on the tree.
Yep, 3 on the tree, non-synchro first or reverse. Ross just tried to downshift it into first on the right over here.
Wasn't happening.
Didn't go great. He didn't rev match it, man. You got heel toe it. It's a race car.
Yeah, you're right. You see these pizza cutters, you know what I'm saying? Tires from 1976. We don't talk about it. Tube tires, though.
Good lord.
They're tube.
6x16, right?
Yeah.
Guys, tell him in the comments right now that if he doesn't get white walls, you're gonna hate him.
I'm not getting white walls.
You're getting white walls,
Black
Ross.
car, you get black walls.
You get white walls on a black car.
No.
Go ask Macklemore. He'll tell you all about it.
And
I'm gonna send him a tweet. Just at Macklemore, white walls or not.
But you know, we've got our spare snow chains, our mint antenna from 1990. So that
Universal.
I tried to figure out how to put it on, but I can't figure it out. So but the radio does work. Tube radios, they're all original.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
It's pretty insane. Alright, well I'm gonna take a picture of this, then we'll go back to your house and talk about plans for Turbo Steve.
Yes.
Alright, let's talk Turbo Steve. Ross, when was the last time we did something conventional to this car?
I don't know, probably when I actually changed the head.
The head, yeah, and started putting oil in it instead of Lucas oil additive.
It worked until it got cold.
Yeah, no lie, he used to he said, I'm gonna do an oil change on the Steve or O'Reilly once, and he just bought a gallon of Lucas oil additive. And that's all he put in it. There was no oil in it.
No.
So why, with all this stuff outside of the car, would we put a turbo under the hood?
You're right.
I know what you're thinking.
Already.
I know what you're thinking. These people. Turbo sticking out of the hood, that's old news.
Yeah.
Every YouTube channel's done that.
Yeah.
Well, don't get too ahead of yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Because the turbo's going back here.
Oh yeah.
And this is not getting shorter. The turbo's going back here.
Yes. Absolutely.
Not a joke.
People are gonna say we're not gonna do it until we do it, because we'll do it.
Oh, yeah, no, it's gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
We are putting the turbo back here, and in order to not have to leave Ross with the funding for this, and like I said, I have spent over $2,000 in the past month and a week or so. A little short on the funding operation of things. People want I Heart the Steve stickers back. I got something better. I Heart the Steve slaps featuring the flag. It's really, really cool. They're $6 right now at curseforever.com. They're on pre-order, and yeah, order them up because we gotta get a welding cylinder, so we can actually use,
Gas.
Shielding gas instead of flux core everything. My immediate plan is uncover that with duct tape. It looks like this over there as well. Grind that all down. Weld a plate on there like you do for when you do a tube frame on the front of a car. And then make a bracket to hold this up because it's a little limp.
Well, when the engine's the only thing holding this piece up.
Yeah, people don't believe that. It's just the exhaust manifold.
Yeah, that's the only thing holding this.
So anyway, just like a piece of flat bar, weld it straight to the exhaust pipe so it stays held up. And we'll put something down at the bottom too. Grind this off, actually weld it, do something about that. Something tells me there's an exhaust leak there.
Just a
I
little.
don't know what it is.
I don't know.
As good as Ross's stick welds were with the battery, we'll probably go ahead and actually weld that as well. Yeah, Turbo Steve. Now, what I'm a little worried about is this has like the same airflow meter that the Miata has.
Yes.
Which made this a little complex, but Ross figured that out. But I don't know how we're gonna do it.
Well,
Ross thinks that if we run the charge pipe from the turbo straight here, it'll work.
It'll be fine.
I don't know if it'll work.
Why won't it work?
Because it's the ECU is reading like naturally forced in air. Natural aspiration,
Well,
as they call it.
It's just the pipe is really far away, or the inlet, and then it'll read just fine. It'll be normal, and then when it starts to sense boost, the MAF door will spring open farther, thus making the computers think that there's a lot more air coming in, which means it'll just send all the fuel it can.
I mean, if you say so.
Fine.
So my backup plan, if that doesn't work, because there's only like 4 wires on that thing.
No.
We move it to the back so we can run the intake from the front of the turbo and put the bitch right here like a Lamborghini.
So you can hear all the turbo noises.
Just if you're in the passenger seat, you just
have long hair
next to your ear.
It's like, oh.
Yeah, let us know in the comments what you'd rather see. As I think that would be pretty entertaining, just for the fact of doing it.
I mean, we could make the intake just stupid long and still leave the MAF there, just send it all the way back up there, and then take the intake portion of the turbo and then just send it right here. So then you still have the same effect. You didn't have to extend wires and move the MAF. And
Yeah, but then we still have boost flowing through the airflow meter, which is my main concern.
it's okay.
That's my main.
Now, for lubrication of the turbo, we're just gonna run a self-contained oil circulation system, because we could try and run it from the engine all the way back, but we're not going to do that.
We're just gonna get like maybe make a tank. I don't know. It'd be kind of cool to have a nice like stainless tank or something. Talk to Charles about that. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Charles is butthurt about it, but we said he can't help. He could make that if we asked him nicely and he was down to do it. Make us a nice little oil tank with some AN fitting. But as far as welding all this and making the turbo fit on here, Charles can't help us.
Yeah, we have to do it.
The Steve has to maintain its
Unprofessional.
inexperienced, poorly executed stuff. One thing I would also ask Charles for assistance for is like roll cage thing, like drifts and lifts A-tractor, because you can definitely feel like the front here. Put your hand against mine, you be the front, turn whatever way you want. Yeah, it goes like that. It's not good. When you go over speed bumps and stuff, you can feel the whole chassis flexing.
Flexing on them.
Swagging on the honeys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is gonna be an adventure, that's for sure. And we're gonna get started on it as soon as we can. I was gonna buy a welding cylinder, but then, you know, taxes.
Bills and stuff.
Yeah, so, yeah, start pre-ordering your I Heart the Steve slaps. I even used the same font as the sticker that's on the side. Oh, I haven't showed it to you yet, have I? But yeah, there you go, guys. That's pretty much gonna be the end of the video. Steve's back, getting boosted. Ross bought a 780 Bertoni and a 48 Ford.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys are subscribed if you want to see what's going down with this, with that, when it gets white walls on it, Ross.
No, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna cut the muffler off, and then it's just gonna have this awesome flat head 8
V.
something sound.
Damn,
because
mobbing.
you could get headers for it, but you know they kind of still, because how the exhaust routing is the front, the driver's side goes in front of the engine and then back, whereas the headers go dumped. But there's a reason for that, because it's they're in the tree and all the linkages are like right there, and brake lines and master cylinder.
Yeah, semantics.
It's not even a master cylinder, but it's not
It's just
hydraulic.
a
It's
cylinder.
hydraulic brakes, but it's not boosted or anything. And yeah,
So
It's
should
good
be
time.
interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you guys want to see what's going on with that, the 780, every other Volvo, the LS swap, the Steve, just all of it. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Give us a big thumbs up and follow me on Instagram, add me on Snapchat at BigB1011. And if you're new to the channel, which a lot of you are, I've got like 500 new subscribers in the past couple days. Thanks, Hager Garage. We do this thing called Car of the Video, where I pick a car, someone emails me a picture, curseforeverhelp@gmail.com. I feature it at the end of the video. So if you're interested in your car being there, send it to me and we will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.